How's it going, YouTube and all the ISF fans out there? This is Top23, and I'm here with the coach of the Seattle Serperiors who went against Tom and the Bayleef Munich. I am here with Braden.
Hey, Internet, how's it going? It's Braden, coach of the Seattle Serperiors.
So let's get into this matchup. You went against Tom, a division rival of yours. It was gonna be a really interesting matchup because after week two, you were 1-1. Tom was 0-2. You only had even though you were 1-1, you had a -1 differential. He had a -4 differential. So you guys are still pretty close with each other. Um, so let's go ahead and talk about the team you brought. Like, what did you bring?
Okay, the first mon that I brought was my Uxie, and Uxie was basically my utility mon, but it had like Heal Bell, Thunder Wave, and it also had Psychic, so that way it could take out Keldeo if need be, and so it was just my utility mon. Then I had my S Cavalier. My S Cavalier was more of a bulky mon. It was meant to take special hits from his team and also be able to dish out physical hits because I ran counter on it. And
Oh
that was just
wow.
in case, yeah, well, it actually ended up working a little bit because it was there in case Scissor or Hitmontop tried to hit it with a fighting type move, and neither of those would kill. And then
Yeah.
counter would kill either Scissor or Hitmontop. And so that's why I decided to run it.
No, that's definitely counter's definitely interesting. Definitely an interesting move.
Yeah. And then next I have my Jolteon. And this was the strangest set that I think I've ran all season. I decided to try and use Jolteon's ability Quick Feet. And to do that, I put Flame Orb on it to activate. And basically, Quick Feet ups Jolteon's speed by 1.5 times if it has a status condition. And so I wanted to do that instead of Choice Scarfing it, just because I wanted to be able to have the options of using a different move without getting locked in. And so that one was probably my sketchiest one. It didn't end up mattering too much though.
That happens.
Then yeah, next I have my Kyurem Black, and this one I only have it so it hits hard. It's just my physical attacker. I didn't run it with any special attack this week. I didn't think I'd need it. And then I have my Nidoqueen. This is also basically completely a physical attacker. I didn't run special on it this week. I went with the punch moves, and I also ran Stealth Rocks on it.
Okay.
Then I also yeah, and then I have my Landorus T, and this one was a setup Landorus, and it was meant to get up a Swords Dance and a Rock Polish, and then sweep,
I
and
mean,
that's what it was there.
yeah. I mean, looking at your team, like I know if I want to match preview, I'd be like, okay, I see one, two, three mons I can set up Stealth Rocks. So like if I'm going to this, like I don't know which one's that's gonna be the Stealth Rock user. This is gonna be difficult to think about. So you said it was. Did Uxie have Stealth Rocks?
This week, yes, Uxie also had Stealth
So
Rocks.
both Uxie and Nidoqueen both had Stealth Rocks in this battle.
Yeah, and that was important to me because once I set up with Landorus Therian, it could one hit KO everything after Stealth Rocks damage. And so I wanted Stealth Rocks to be up. I needed it.
Alright, so go ahead and talk about the team that, like, who, on Tom's team, who did you fear the most? Like, who was the mon that you felt like was going to be the biggest threat to you? What did you think he was going to bring, and what were you not thinking he was going to bring? And then, like, compare it to what team he actually did bring.
Okay, so I was pretty certain that Tom was going to end up bringing Mega Gardevoir, Scissor, Melodic, Keldeo, probably Dragalge, and as for the last Mon, I was thinking probably Hitmontop, so that way he could spin away entry hazards.
Well, you were
And
right
that
on the money for
was,
that.
yeah, it was spot on. And I lied a little bit in the team prediction that I actually made. I predicted that he would bring Gorgeist as opposed to Melodic. And
Okay.
so I was off by one Mon.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, Gorgeous, I can see why you would think that, but I feel like Melodic just had the better team matchup against you.
Yeah, I definitely see that. But I have a lot of physical attackers on my team, and Gorgeist super can be so bulky in the
Mm-hmm.
physical sense, and so that's why I expected that.
That makes sense. So like when you looked at his team that he brought, that he actual like the actual team he brought, what was the one of the biggest threats you felt like he was going to be going against your team?
I knew that it's honestly it's kind of surprising, but it's a tie between Keldeo and Dragalge. And the reason behind this is a choice banded Dragalge can basically just drop a Draco and OKO something on my team,
You
no
said
matter
choice
what.
banded. Did you mean choice specs?
Yes, choice specs, my bad. Because it's special attack. And so that was scary. And so no matter what, it practically OKOs something. It even does really good damage to a assault vest Escavalier. And so that was scary. And then there was also the Keldeo, and Keldeo could completely stop any lander Starion sweep I might have, and it can also stop Kyurem B in its tracks. And so those were the two scariest mons, in my opinion.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the battle. Uh, you decided to lead off. Well, he decided to lead off with Scizor, and you led off with Escavalier.
Hmm.
So he went for a U-turn. Like, did you think he was gonna stay in for that?
I didn't think he was going to stay in. He doesn't have much, or Scissor won't have much for Escavalier, and so I figured he'd switch.
So he went
And
for the
there was the
close
counter.
combat, and yeah, the kill came as a counter, which brought down to 4%. That was almost a kill.
Almost a kill. It almost worked. Not quite though. He
No,
definitely couldn't stay on Uxie because the sidekick. But then I made a big mistake, and
oh,
he
hold on,
switched in on the
you're a little
paralysis.
bit ahead on the battle screen. He just brought a
Okay.
melodic. You went for T-Wave on the melodic, and then
Mm.
so what was your mistake?
My mistake was paralyzing the melodic because Marvel scale, and so its
Ah,
defense got raised by 50%,
yeah.
and that proved to be very bad for my team.
Well, I mean, you probably didn't think that he would probably bring in the melodic due to the fact that I mean, I can see it being a special wall, but I mean, he could have gone to like Scizor or something and ate up the hit, or even Gardevoir to eat up the hit.
Mhm.
So,
Then the Hitmon top went down, and that was fantastic for me because I knew that rocks were going to stay up,
well,
and so that
you
was
just
big.
brought out Escavalier and went for the Scald, so the Hitmontop even hasn't even come out yet. Um, Now the Hitmon comes out and dies to the Stealth Rocks.
Oh yeah, I was running on fast.
Oh, that's why I was like, how are you so ahead of us right now? So he just brought out the Scizor, the U-turn, and took out the Escavalier. So you're both down one
Yeah.
mon right now.
Hmm.
Uh,
Still pretty even as far as the match goes.
he brought in Keldeo and you brought in Jolteon, which seems like the best play for you right now.
Oh, definitely was. But then Dragalge just completely walls Jolteon.
Hmm. But I mean, you
And
went
so
for
I,
Volt
I had
Switch, so I mean, that was smart.
and I outspeed Dragalge by a lot. And so he
Yes.
has to switch.
Switched in the Scizor, you went for a Dragon Claw. Doesn't
I
do a
didn't
whole
want to
lot.
overpredict on that one.
Um, Got the Intimidate drop off on it when he brought in the Lando God and Landorus. Both ones
Lando
still
God.
does so much though.
Yeah, I know. Like I didn't understand. I ran some calcs and Scissor should not have done that much, even choice band, adamant, full attack EVs. I couldn't believe it. It did so much damage.
Like, it wasn't even a crit, so I don't even know what that was.
I don't know. But it was scary. It was scary.
He decided to switch out and go back into Dragalge after you brought Jolteon in. And
Yeah,
so you
I
had to hit a
revealed the
Power
hidden power.
Fire.
Yep, I revealed it. But
That sucks.
I, yeah, I didn't want to overpredict on it in case he stayed in.
No, yeah, that makes sense. So you went to Uxie here, you dropped the Draco, and your Uxie eats it up.
Yeah, it took that pretty well. It was probably the best mon for that, besides maybe S Cavalier. And so that also forced the switch. And this is where things got to be interesting in the battle.
Synchronize Gardevoir before Mega Evolves.
But I ended up having the I psychicked him, but I also had heal bell on Uxie, and so it
And he got fully
didn't affect it.
paralyzed with the Gardevoir, and you were able to heal Bell and get rid of the paralyzation. For another Psychic, what is Psychic your only attacking move on there?
Yes, it is my only attacking move, and I did not want to switch out at all.
No, that makes
I was
sense.
actually Yeah, I was banking on him killing Uxie quite a bit earlier, but he got fully paralyzed 3 times.
Yeah, that's
And
a
so I
lot of hacks on his
actually,
side.
yeah, that was very bad. And I got up enough HP to live a hyper voice.
Which is definitely good.
And
So you're just
so,
dwindling this Gardevoir down, so it can't really do much later on. And finally, your
yeah,
Uxie goes down, like you originally planned, but now Gardevoir is a lot less HP now.
in the end, it didn't matter because Kyurem B was going to OHKO it anyways, no matter
Yeah,
what. And so, and then this, oh wow, that mattered.
that crit,
Um,
that, yeah.
so see, I did some calcs. I was supposed to live that, and then Kyurem B outsped and one hit every single mon on his team. And so if that crit hadn't happened, theoretically, he would have swept.
Yeah.
But
And so you're able
it
to get up to
happens.
+2 speed and take out the Scizor. Now the
But
Melodic's in here. There's not much you really can do to a Melodic.
yeah, not to that Marvel scale melodic I can't. But I
They
do have Jolteon.
went for the Scald and got the burn on you, which is like, oh well, the Claymore is useless now.
Yeah, yeah, it didn't really matter much in the end for that. And he
Um,
still has his answer to Jolteon in Dragalge.
yeah, and it's just not much you really could do at this point. Uh,
No, it was tough. It was very tough because I was running out of options. He makes a smart play, and instead of going for the Draco, he goes for the Scald.
that
And
was
so
the
he
first smart
doesn't.
place. Yeah, so it didn't have the special attack drop.
Hmm.
And then goes, you went into Nidoqueen, and Poison Jab luckily took him out, but
Yeah, it was going to take him out. I made sure that of that in the calcs.
then a Hydro Pump just took out Keldeo, and then at this point, you're. I don't think there was really much. Because I think your melodic. It just depends on this how this melodic really deals with the Jolteon. If you can eat up a hit, if it's specially defensive or physically defensive.
Yeah.
But it was
And
especially
then
defensive.
that crit did matter. I wasn't going to kill, and so
Well, did he?
that was a very big crit.
Yeah, because with Marvel Scale and everything, that it would have lived the hit and then probably would have taken out your Jolteon. So I mean, it sucks. Crits happen. Hacks on both sides.
Uh-huh.
And then the crit on the Kiran B, and then the crit on the melodic there. It happens.
It Yeah, I like to think it balances out a little bit in the end. More so for some people than most. Some people have worse luck. Ty.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But no, you played really well. You won 1-0, so now you're 2-1 going into week 4, and you're at a 0 differential now.
Yeah, I'm kind of back to where I started, which is it kind of sucks, but it I can kind of start over now at this point and try working my way up again and
Uh,
see where the season takes me.
yeah, because I know this week, I believe, so with Tom losing, so he's 0-3, and then I believe Cameron won, so he's 1-2. So right now you have a little bit of the lead on your division, so you should be fine. Uh,
Mhm.
as long as you can keep on winning and keeping up ahead of Cameron, who seems to be creeping up on behind you, I think you should be
Mhm.
fine. But
Yeah,
next week, who do you go against?
next week I am going against
You're running
it's
into Damon.
it's Damon of the Cincinnati Reggie Geekus.
That's gonna be a big matchup for you. He's doing really well this season.
Hmm.
I don't think he's lost a match yet. I might be wrong.
Nope, he
So
hasn't lost a match yet.
so you might have to maybe be able to stop him in his tracks and take him out. So
Yeah, well, I would love to do it, and I'm sure it's going to be an exciting match with Mega Scissor, Rotom Wash, and also Gardevoir on Damon's team.
it's definitely gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting. So, but with that, that's going to be the end of this week 3 matchup, and we will see you all in the next video.